The Tomas diecast lines are a huge part of the merchandise. There's Erdl, Take Along, Adventures, and many more. I grew up with these toys, and they were definitely a fun time whenever I played with them. They were simple, yet amazing toys at the same time. Hell, I still have most of my old collection from when I was still young, and some of those engines happen to be from the Tomica line. Now, if you don't know what the Tomica line is, I'll tell you. The Tomica line was produced by Tomy, the same company that makes the Tomas Plarail line. The Tomica line was released in 2004, starting off with around 20 plus engines and a talk and action like system, called the Alpha system. It's like a spin-off of the talk and action line except miniature. Basically, the engines had a code, and whenever it ran over the activator on the sets, a special voice line would play specifically for them. And in later years, Tomy ended up redesigning most of the characters by giving them couplings, side rods, and rolling stock. Now, there's actually two lines for the Tomica range, the Tomica line and the Tomas line, basically the same thing to be honest, and I'll talk about that in a separate video probably. Do you also know they added some special engines like Streamlined Tomas, a new Gordon, Black James, and a Chocolate Percy? And that's just scraping a little of the Tomica iceberg. There's a viaduct set, there's a dock set, a scrapyard sets. For goodness sakes, they have a literal driving set. And that's not even the best part. They're portable, so you can bring them on road trips, maybe to a hotel if you're bored. They're so unique and special. I don't know how half the people don't know about this line. And it needs to be preached across the whole universe. There's so many good things I can say about this line, but I might just make a part 2 of this video. Anyways, I'm not gonna stay here just ranting about the Tomica line because it's underrated after all. I was basically the same back then. I knew about the Tomica line, but never thought about collecting. Until now. I've been on a bit of a Tomica Tomas hiatus, and now I think I have a pretty decent collection, and I'd like to show all of you. Okay, let's get started with my collection, starting off with Alpha Series Tomas. Now this one has the code in it, like what I said a while ago. Sadly, the face is kind of weird looking in my opinion, and also doesn't have side rods, no couplings either, so I can't couple him to any of the rolling stock I have, but he's still cool. Now moving on to my new design Tomas. Now this one has an accurate face, has couplings, all of the above, has side rods, and sadly the one on mine has a chewed up coupling, so I'm gonna have to switch that up soon. Here is my custom Celebrations Tomas. Now this one's very unique because I of course made it myself. I just got a paint pen and I just painted all around him to make it look like he's a celebration. Here is LBSC Tomas. Now this Tomas has the old style face, which I don't really mind, but I do want to get another one so I can chop the face off and then maybe replace it with the like season 2 like Tomas face. Now here is Steelworks Tomas. Now this one has definitely seen better days. The stickers are peeling off, but everything else is alright. I love this face though. This face is actually so beautiful. Now here is my C11 Obigawa Tomas. Now this one is a pretty small engine. I would say the smallest engine in my whole entire collection. Very unique. The eyebrows I painted by myself because the old owner had these like thick, ugly Sharpie eyebrows, so I just wanted to repaint it. So my eyebrows aren't really that much better, but to be honest, it makes it look a little better, so that's alright. Here is Big Tomas. Now normally this guy is supposed to come with Sir Topham hat, but I got this guy second hand, so no Sir Topham hat for me. The proportions are kind of weird to be honest, and I don't really like them that much. It's like a 5 out of 10 to be honest. And sadly, the coupling on this one's also chewed up. Now moving on to Alpha Series Edward. Now this Edward is severely sun damaged, and it's also, the wheel arrangement is like really weird. Like only 2 of its wheels work, and then the rest of the wheels is just the undercarriage. Like I don't know what's up with that. It's like so weird. Now moving on to the new style Edward. This one has 4 of its wheels working and the rest are in his undercarriage. This one looks so good with the side rods, and then mine is also not sunburned like my Alpha Series one. This one looks so clean and the proportions are so nice. I love it so much. Here is Henry. Now when I got Henry, he didn't actually have eyes nor eyebrows, so it kind of looks weird. in my opinion. I painted his eyes and eyebrows back on, but Henry kind of looked lifeless, so I plan on getting another Alpha Series Henry. Now here is my new style Henry. Now this Henry has a lot of memories to it because this is actually the first ever Tomas item I got at a toy con. So yeah, this one has a lot of memories. I got this one at the Christmas 2022 fair. Now here is Gordon. Now my Gordon is in horrible condition. The paint, all of its paint is chipped off. Every single thing. Like the tender has literally zero paint left. I got this secondhand, so yeah, I'm not really surprised. And to be honest, I don't really like how he looks in this one. I would definitely prefer the newer version, but this is what I have right now. Here is Buzz James. Now this one is not a custom. This one's an official James that came with Bill and Ben. And it's very unique because when I first got this one in a lot, I thought it was also a custom. I was like, nah. I was like, wow, the old owner knew about Buzz James. That's really cool. And once I did more research, I found out that this James isn't actually a custom. It's a legitimate thing that they, made. Now moving on to my original James. Now this is the one I got in Japan in 2015, so it's been a really long time. I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera, but the running board is like separating from the main body, so I definitely want to get a new James, but this one definitely still holds a lot of memories. I've had it for so long and I'm glad I didn't sell it, like what I did with my Ben. Now here is Busy Bee James. Now Busy Bee James is a very unique one. I got this also at ToyCon. I forgot which event though. I think Christmas 2024, something like that. I forgot. But this James is really unique because I got it in horrible condition, and the paint on its tender is what I did. I repainted that. So yeah, this one literally just got painted like before I even filmed the video, like just like 2 days before I filmed this video. Now here is Percy. Now nothing much to say about Percy except the face looks kind of off. Like if you told me that was Percy, I would not really think it would be Percy. Definitely some few paint chips from the old owner. Very nice model though. I really like it. Here is the new style Percy. Now this one has side rods and couplings, but the face hasn't improved. Looks the same, just like the eyes are looking in a different direction. Now here is Angry Percy. Now this one is my favorite of the bunch. It's so accurate. It gets everything. It captures Percy in the way I see it. Looks really good, and a lot of people also think this Percy's really good. Now here is my chocolate Percy. Now the face looks really weird in my opinion. Like it kind of looks like Percy, but at the same time it doesn't, and also the like very small eyes like really set me off, but the rest of it's alright. Sadly mine's losing some paint, so I'm gonna try and get the like pack where it comes with Busy Bee James and Streamline Thomas and all of that. Now here's Toby. Now Toby, the face being yellow kind of like makes me not really like it that much, but it's still Toby. But yeah, there's a lot of paint chips. Old owner definitely liked this Toby though. Really nice model. I mean, it's really hard to mess up Toby. It's literally just a box. Now here is Duck. Duck looks really nice in my opinion. It's like it captures Duck so well. They even got that like little wheel separation thing where the last wheel is like a little bit farther from the middle wheel. I really like that. Now here is my custom close shave duck. It's literally just a normal Tomica duck, but has clay that I kind of like poked with a end of the screwdriver with kind of, and I just poked it to make it look like shaving cream, and I just spread it around Duck's face. I really like this custom. It's so simple yet brings so much character to Duck. Now moving on, this is my first ever Alpha Series item. This is Donald. Now Donald is really cooked. As you can see, the yellow face and the clay in between the wheel arches kind of shows its time that I had with it. It's a really nice model in my opinion. Now moving on to my main duck. Now this one I really like. It looks really clean. Some of the paint went off, so I painted it back on. I really like this Donald. It's really nice, and yeah. Now Douglas just looks like Donald, but with different eye directions and eyebrows and different nameplates and number. That's literally it. They look identical, basically. No face changes, no nothing. This is literally just the same except for the eyes and the eyebrows and the nameplate and the number. That's literally it. Now moving on to Ben. Now Ben is apparently one of the rarer items. I remember I used to have Ben back then, but I sold Ben, sadly. Ben is no different from its twin. It's literally the same thing, just different eyes, and that's literally it. Now moving on to Bill. Now Bill is the less rarer twin, and I don't really see the reason why it gotta be like less rare. My Bill's kind of cooked. The running board and the buffer beam is literally so cooked, like it's like a big gaping hole. I definitely need a new Bill. Now here's Emily. Now Emily's really accurately portioned. Like I really like how Emily is like dealt with in Tomica form, but the face just really sets me off. Like I don't like the face. It looks evil without the eyebrows, and with the eyebrows it's not even any better. Now here's Spencer. Now Spencer, everything's alright. It's just that the face and the like wheel arrangement, I don't know why, it kind of just sets me off because I don't know. It looks correct, but at the same time it doesn't. So I don't know what's up with Spencer, but it's still a really good model, and I think it's really good model if you want to capture Spencer. Now moving on to Murdoch. Now Murdoch, all of its wheels is not even one single wheel on Murdoch is real. They're just all static wheels and static side rods. But yeah, it looks really nice. I don't really care. It looks really nice. Like all 10 wheels captured in a Tomica form just really looks nice. Sadly, mine has a yellow face, so I'm also trying to plan on getting a second one. Now here is one of the newer models, Hero. Now Hero looks really nice. It got the face right, it got like everything. Sadly, mine's losing a lot of paint. Now the side rods don't really get me because they have all real wheels, so I don't get why it has to cover everything with the side rods. I don't get why they couldn't just like put a little mold of the side rods on top. Maybe it's because it would probably look weird or something, I don't know. Anyways, moving on to Luke. Now this is the only narrow gauge engine that they ever made. Like Luke is the only one, and I'm really happy that they captured Luke so well because Luke looks so cute and it's so small. I love Luke. It's just a great model in my opinion. They really captured Luke well. It's really hard to capture Luke, so I'm surprised they were able to capture Luke the way they did. Now here is my troublesome truck with logs. Now this is just a standard troublesome truck with, of course, logs. It looks nice, and the wood is just, it's not even metal, it's just plastic. Now moving on to the coal truck. Now this coal truck has, of course, coal in it. It's a really nice like combination of like dark green, gray, and like white. I really like this combination, and the coal makes it like so good. I really like this truck. Now here's our tar tanker. Now this tar tanker is like really nice, but it kind of looks fat in my opinion. I feel like if they made it a little bit like inward, it would look real nice in my opinion. Now moving on to a brake van. Now this looks a lot like Toad in my opinion. If they made a Toad, they could definitely use this shell and just slap a Toad face on there. I really wish they would make Oliver Toad and maybe a Scruffy set, but that's never gonna happen in my opinion. Now this one's kind of stupid in my opinion because Toad looks like looking at the cab instead of looking like behind, so it kind of looks weird. Now moving on to vehicles. Now first is Birdie. Now this Birdie looks really nice. Birdie is really hard to mess up in my opinion because it's literally just a bus, and buses are boxes just like Toby, so yeah, it's kind of hard to mess up Birdie. Now sadly this one is the later version and not the Alpha series version, so I'm gonna have to look for the Alpha series version later on. Now here is Harold. Now Harold looks really nice. I get why they had to make the propellers kind of like fold in so they could like fit it in the box, but either way, it looks really nice. Now, sadly, mine has the, like a little bit of yellowing, so I might get another one, but this one's still alright. Now, moving on to stuff that are like kind of non-Thomas. Well, they're still Thomas, but kind of in like a different way. So let's start off with this bus. Now, this one I also got on the same Japan trip as James. Now, this one looks really nice, like in my opinion. Looks really good. I really like it in my opinion. Now, moving on to the Hogwarts Express. Now, I don't actually watch Harry Potter, but my auntie gave this to my brother, and my brother just gave it to me because he doesn't have any interest in Harry Potter anymore. This Hogwarts Express really looks like nice. I really wish they use the same model for Henry because the Hogwarts Express looks like Henry. Now, moving on to the last item in my collection, which is the Keihan Railway Bullet Train Tomas cover. Now, this one I got in Tomas land. My brother did because he liked bullet trains also back then, I guess. I'm not sure. But this one looks really nice. It has all the characters. And I'm pretty sure this one also ran like across, like around. And this one looks really nice. Like this one, ooh, I really like this one. This one's really nice.